Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Well, I put up my first poll on Twitter yesterday, @TheNoBullshit. I asked you guys which video you want to see next, and here's what won. J.K. Rowling is breaking down. Rowling, of course, is most famous for being the author of the wildly popular Harry Potter books, which also spawned one of the biggest film franchises of all time. But that all concluded with the last movie in 2011. Sure, there's a prequel from last year, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, but I don't think there's nearly as much hype and recognition for this new series. Maybe it's because it's the first movie to be written by JK herself, or maybe it's just because people are losing interest in Harry Potter themed films. The original series released 8 movies after all, and the prequel series is now currently filming Fantastic's sequel, with 2 more planned on the way. So that's a lot of fucking movies with wizards, fairies, and magic wands, or whatever the fuck they do over there. People can only watch Quidditch for so long, is what I'm saying, but that's just my muggle opinion.
I don't think I'm dreaming.
I'll give it away.
I ain't got the brains to make this up.
And we're not just here to talk about J.K. Rowling's waning career and her fade away from the spotlight, although I do think her losing fame and attention could be related to her recent spats of Twitter drama. She sees herself getting less and less relevant each day, and I would guess her lashing out on Twitter is one of her ways to cope with that, and she may even be trying to get herself popular again. Let me explain. But before we get to J.K.'s recent rants about the trans ban and her basically slandering Trump this week, let's begin with where her tirades all first started. Earlier this year, around February, Rowling got into a little beef with Piers Morgan over Trump's executive order on immigration, which was still new at the time. JK, of course, taking her leftist entitled approach, she was against the travel ban, and she was also effectively pressuring America to take in unlimited Muslim migrants, just like how her home country of Britain is doing. And we've all seen how that's worked out for London, who's halfway under Sharia law at this point, and they've got bombings and acid attacks every week, but I digress. Needless to say, JK Rowling was just virtue signaling how kind and noble she was for enabling the virtual Muslim takeover of her country, Britain, and how dare America not openly accept the same fate, right? What monsters we are for trying to keep criminals from coming over here from shithole countries like Sudan and Somalia. Fucking racists. Anyway, there were a number of other conservative-leaning guys on Twitter who helped Piers Morgan call J.K. Rowling out on this.
J.K. Rowling is a vile piece of shit.
Paul Joseph Watson, for example, jokingly said, "Hey, you're one of the richest people on earth and you're demanding we take in more migrants? How many have you housed?" Funny, but he also has a point. JK is worth over $1 billion fucking dollars. And although she gives plenty to charities, it may be time for her to step up and house some of these Muslim invaders on her own. She's got multiple mansions with hundreds of vacant bedrooms to spare. Another conservative guy on Twitter, Mike Cernovich, even made this offer. "I'll personally buy plane tickets for up to 100 refugees to live in JK's mansions for a year," which just really drives the point home on JK Rowling's hypocrisy. You see, it's easy for rich liberals like this to stay on the left and support its absurd talking points. Higher taxes don't matter when you're rich, and neither does the idea of bringing in more Muslim migrants. It's pretty easy for JK to support this noble yet idealistic cause, because she has more money than God. Changing demographics and importing potential threats matter little to the rich, liberal elite. They have plenty of money to stay comfortable and protected.
J.K. Rowling, for all her glowing humanitarianism, which she makes sure to let you know about, is actually a vile piece of shit who uses disabled kids as human shields to advance her hysterical political agenda.
Now, J.K. Rowling mostly went silent after this Twitter shitstorm backfired on her back in February, but that didn't last too long. After a bit of a lull, Rowling quickly went back to defending Muslims, and of course, her new speciality, bashing Trump.
Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality. Speciality.
Flash forward to earlier this week, where she got into it with Tomi Lahren over the controversial banning of trans people from military service, which I have still yet to hear a good argument for trans in the military. It's not a right, and there are plenty of other ways to serve your country, like becoming a cop or firefighter. But the pro-trans left don't seem to care about that. No, they don't really care about the military or serving their country, and that's why people like J.K. Rowling don't need arguments or reasoning to justify their pro-trans stance. They just hang on to their virtue signaling and hope they can win the debate with feelings. Let's look at Tommy's tweet first. President Trump is dedicated to putting radical Muslims in graves, whereas President Obama was dedicated to putting men in ladies' rooms. Not bad. I see what she did there. It's a pretty good joke, actually. And like I've said before, comedy is like kryptonite to liberals. They can't stand jokes made at their expense, especially ones that are even slightly edgy. In fact, that's probably one of the biggest reasons liberals aren't always the biggest fans of me here on YouTube. I rip on everyone and I never hold back. I say words like white trash, wigger and nigger, chinker, trannies. The left doesn't take too kindly to that typically, being known to dabble in word policing after all. But Tommy's joke is far milder than anything I've said here, yet J.K. Rowling felt the need to clap back. She wrote, "Truly, whom amongst us can forget Trump ordering the killing of bin Laden, or Obama bragging about barging in on naked beauty contestants?" Damn, this was the tweet every news outlet and their mother was reporting about? I wouldn't call this the greatest comeback of all time or anything. Jeez, mainstream media, settle down. This wasn't even that good of a joke. I mean, I don't want to be the joke police here or nothing, but I can't ignore the dramatic difference in humor here. Tommy tweeted something that was completely true, and it just so happened to be a good laugh as well. She said Trump is dedicated to stopping Muslims, while Obama was dedicated to men in ladies' bathrooms. But JK wasn't as graceful, which is pretty ironic since she's supposed to be the professional writer. JK said Obama ordered the killing of Osama. That sounds weird. Anyway, and she said Trump bragged about seeing naked beauty contestants. And while the first part is true, and killing Osama was pretty much the only cool thing Obama did, but it's the latter part of the joke that doesn't work as well. Bragging about seeing naked hot chicks is something any guy would do, and most people wouldn't consider it that bad. In order to get the joke, you really have to go along with JK's side on this. Her narrative tries to frame Trump up as barging in on the beauty contestants, trying to make him out to be this sexist creeper, peeping Tom or something. Furthermore, you have to assume this barging in the dressing rooms really happened, and in this sexist way JK implies. It's just too imaginative and a big reach on Rowling's part, if you ask me. Tommy's joke plays 100 times better because it's based on facts. The truth in comedy, so to speak. That's what they call it, and that's why it always works best.
Was that everything that came out of the case?
But enough inside baseball on those joke tweets, which were both made by women who can't really be funny anyway, am I right? Right, guys? Just kidding. The last bit of the story happened in just the last day, where J.K. Rowling falsely accused President Trump of avoiding a handshake with a boy in a wheelchair. Pretty radical claim. Let's read her tweet, shall we? Damn it, man, I'm starting to feel like Keemstar or some shit. But you know what? Fuck it. This is the last tweet. I promise. Trump imitated disabled reporter, now pretends to not see child in a wheelchair, as though frightened he might catch his condition. Pretty outrageous claims. She was in a Twitter fury about this all day, which included a short edited video that appeared to make it look like Trump did snub that crippled kid. No, not that crippled kid. Anyway, the raw, unedited video eventually emerged, and it shows Trump actually greeted the boy first, and went down to his eye level and shook his hand and everything. Check it out. What a gentleman. You really can't expect any better greeting than that. Looks like JK either re-edited the video from this press conference, or more likely fell for a fake herself. Either way, she deleted the original tweet with the edited video, seemingly admitting fault indirectly. But Rowling has yet to apologize or attempt to correct this in any way. I think her claims were scandalous and borderline slanderous. At the least, she could tweet a correction. I would even say an apology is in order. What do you guys think? Is JK Rowling breaking down? Sure, she's still super rich and making a new prequel Harry Potter franchise, but you can't deny her star is waning, and Harry Potter wizard bullshit is nowhere near as popular as it used to be. Will this Fantastic Beasts franchise turn out to be like the Star Wars prequels? Is J.K. Rowling done for? Comment below, and thanks again for watching No Bullshit, and thanks so much for getting us 50,000 new subscribers in the last 2 weeks. Wow, welcome to all the new people. Welcome to the Resistance. Thanks again for watching. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. And don't forget, this show is funded and supported by viewers like you. Like, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Hit that bell button below to get email notifications of our new uploads. We also have merchandise such as shirts, sweaters, stickers, and coffee mugs in our Teespring store. Join our Patreon to support monthly for as low as $1. You can get bonus videos and all kinds of cool stuff. There's also Amazon affiliate links and all of our other links in the description below. Thanks again for watching and supporting. One more thing, I want to give a special thanks to these amazing Patreon supporters supporters. You guys are the best. You guys went above and beyond the rest, and I love you so much for it. If anyone else wants to donate or join our Patreon crew, link in the description. We're going to be setting up more videos and live streams very soon. Thanks again.
But fighting is for chumps, then you know, in the 9 Joe, it's all about that fofo, and can't stop it when better.